recording for YouTube. What's up? Start streaming. Should be getting a go live notice. And I think we're live, Evan. No, I gotta hit that go live. Live video. It is slow tonight.
Well, we have a storm kind of periodically running through here, so I hope we don't have problems. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
It shouldn't affect anything. A little rain, a storm, whatever should not affect anything with as far as local internet or whatever, because it's all through cable until it hits the house.
Man, I saw people on social media today complaining their central air wasn't working.
I haven't tested mine, but it's supposed to hit 80 here tomorrow.
Oh, man.
And I should check it because last year, I believe it was last year we kicked it on. It didn't work. Last year, the year before, and I was feeling, I was deathbed, and so called the place, and then the guy took it apart and found a mouse and chewed some wires apart. So he replaced a little piece of wiring, and everything was good. And knock on wood, I hope we're still good.
Yeah. Yesterday, I was I think it was my computer, because it did an update as soon as I turned it on. And
Mine did too.
Okay. And I don't know. It hasn't dropped since. So I think we're good. Apologize for that. And yesterday was a rough day for me, dude. Anyway, welcome. It is AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show, episode 160.
You sure?
Yeah. We were 159 last week.
Oh, I thought we 160 last week. Okay, you're probably right. Yep. Yep, you're right. Wow, 160.
160 shows. And I think they're getting better. I went and listened to some of our early shit, and we got a little too political.
There were some shows that I was really, really hurting. I always said, if I can make it out to the garage or sit in my chair, I'll do a show. And I know, like one time, Vicky sent you a message, says, Evan's not doing a show. My legs hurt so bad I could barely walk.
Yeah.
But there were some shows I know that I was like seriously tired, and I was like, man, all I did was just sit and just kind of say, okay, yeah, and just let you talk, because I hurt, So, yeah, I hope they've gotten a lot better. If they've gotten a lot worse, that doesn't say anything about us.
Right.
3 years, these clowns have gotten worse.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, we've been getting pretty good numbers, and man, we appreciate that. Thank you guys. But we don't talk about a bunch of dumb shit either.
Try not to.
Yeah. So yesterday, man, when I got into the car stuff, man, I was kind of doing it at a body shop. I didn't like the drive. I ended up moving over to Springfield. I got on with a Toyota dealership. I was getting ready to get out about 6 months. I was like, man, let me go and jump in this garbage truck. I know the money's there. I ain't going to have to start at the bottom. Well, I got a chance to go and work with a dude. And, he's master certified, Volkswagen and Audi. So I was like, man, shit, I got this opportunity. Let me check that out. So I went and, I got almost probably a year in with him, pretty close. And, man, he's leaving the shop, dude. And it's like, oh, fuck. So sink or swim on now.
It sucks to lose the knowledge base that you rely on.
Yeah.
And you can learn from. I mean, when you've got somebody that, anything you can learn from them, they're an asset. And when they go, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. And but man, it's bigger bigger things for him, and can't be mad. I'll never be mad at another man for bettering his position or wanting to learn something else and, go or, do whatever. Shit, who am I?
Right. And that in the end, it's going to make you more desirable. The knowledge you've gained and everything, and new people are going to come in. They're going to look at you, and you're all going to learn together.
Yep. Yep. And, hey, very thankful for the knowledge that he did give me. And, he kind of showed me the tools I needed, and not just in the toolbox, but, just different shit that will stick with me through the rest of my career as a automotive technician. So that's much appreciated. And I could never pay him back for that. Because, shit,
No.
I wouldn't be where I am. Hell, I when was it? Tuesday of last week, I got a motor thrown on me. It was already torn apart down the camshafts. And it had redo timing and everything. Got this thrown on me. Well, Wednesday, I was fine in the morning. Got sicker than a dog. Thursday, didn't even get out of bed. I think Thursday night, my fever finally started breaking. But then my stomach was a mess, dude. I want to give a special shout out to my toilet. Because he was the champion last week. He held it.
Beating.
Man, he held it down, Evan. He held it down.
That's great.
Yeah. So I'm very happy about that. And then, it took a couple days for me to actually start feeling good again.
So stomach flu, food poisoning,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I don't know. I think stomach flu. Because I had a fever.
Okay.
And my fever finally broke and all that. And, man, it was just... So I fell behind on that motor. Friday I went in. I didn't want to go in. But we were a guy short. So I went to work Friday. And I even went in Saturday. I wasn't feeling up. I felt a little better Saturday, and Sunday was blah. And then Monday I felt great, and then this morning I went downstairs, and I did something in that bathroom. The dog walked out and shut the door behind him. And after that, I have felt amazing.
Got it out of you.
Yeah. So whatever it was.
Fantastic.
Sorry I didn't want to come out and kind of tell you all that. So anyway, so yesterday when I got in, I busted ass, got that motor pretty much put all together because I had it all the way out of the car. So I kind of did everything, so I just kind of shoved it back up in through the bottom, and we set the lift down on it, put the engine mounts in, and man, I set about 3 o'clock, 3:30, I set it down and started it.
That's cool.
So I ain't mad about that, man.
It's still strange to me that engines are taken out through the bottom most of the time. These days, I mean, I grew up, you pulled the hood off and you got a cherry picker and you pulled the engine out of the top. But yeah, that's really not that way anymore. They're so tucked underneath the dash and everything. And it's just weird, but it's the way it is. Cars are just a lot different than.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would
be old school stuff I grew up on.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think those, especially those front wheel drive cars, I don't think it would be easier to pull it up.
Yeah. You just drop everything as a unit, the transmission, the front axles, and everything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we got these engine tables that are kind of nice, because you can pretty much sit there and do all your work right there with the motor right there.
You're not bending over a fender for hours, killing your back.
Yes. Boy, I tell you.
I gotcha.
I'm small enough though. Man, I don't bend over too much. I'll climb on top of that motor.
Yeah, crawl inside. I've done it.
Well, I mean, and on some of the bigger ones, I have to. Like that big old VW Atlas. Yeah, if it's got some nice 22s on there, oh wow, ain't just peeking over the hood.
So, do you guys have one of those tables where you kind of lay on it and you can go up to roll up to a car and you can like work on the engine while you're laying on a creeper up in the air? Do you have one of those?
No, that sounds amazing.
Okay, look through some. I don't know. Even like Jegs or Summit probably sells them, but yeah, it's you can roll over to them and then tip it up and have yourself horizontal over, kind of cantilevered over the front end of the car working on it. They're pretty neat. I mean, it's something that takes up space in a shop, but if you got a big shop, and you work on big trucks all the time, those guys are working on the 4-wheel drive trucks.
Yes.
I mean, how do you get in there when your head is even with the top of the grill?
Right. Well, no, and see, I don't know. Mine's a little different because I'm working on more newer stuff, so that I don't think that would do me any good.
Mm. You
And
should check those
plus,
out.
there's only really one big SUV. The other two are kind of the mid-size. So
Mm.
there's like one that, but boy, it's big.
Yeah, yeah. If you worked on full size trucks all day, you'd want one, or you'd already have one.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Well, it is. Evan, was it your Easter
Yeah.
also?
Yes, I
Oh,
I stayed home. We had a family dinner in Decatur, and I wasn't feeling it.
uh,
So, and
yeah.
Vicky did something with her mom because her mom's not doing well. I'm figuring this is probably one of her last Easters, maybe. Who knows? So,
Oh man.
anyway, I stayed close to home. Yeah,
Mm.
big holiday weekend.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't do a whole lot of nothing. But I was sick those days, so it was like I had one day.
Yeah, you didn't feel like cooking and all that.
Yeah, and I'm afraid my hours are getting ready to get crazy. But
Mm.
well, I'll take that money.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Evan, we got a little few uh, crazy and wacky news stories from around the world. New Mexico high school baseball player charged, team suspended amid allegations the teen urinated in an opponent's water jug.
Oh my lord,
Yeah,
man, that's really wrong.
you can't do that, man.
Yeah, those kids need to be suspended. The whole team.
Yeah, I hate to say it. These teens are getting crazy. Belgian teens arrested with 5,000 smuggled ants from Kenya.
What are you doing with 5,000 ants? I'm dying to know.
Why do you need 5,000 ants? Unless, see, if they're getting ready to like try to damage an ecosystem or something, I guess I kind of looked a little further into that headline, but I'm like, man, that's some environmental terrorism right there.
No, if you could drop that right in someone's house, that would really.
Oh, dude.
All of a sudden, you had 5,000 ants in your house that you had to get rid of, had to exterminate.
I don't know how. I guess I can say this.
Say
I
it.
mean, it's a bodily fluid.
Oh no.
How do I say that, Evan? I mean, well, there's a race for that to be held in Los Angeles.
A race for it?
Yeah. See, it's a headline. Why can't I read it? I'm
It-
going to if YouTube or Facebook flags this. I apologize. World's
It's,
first sperm race to be held in Los Angeles.
it's called a circle jerk. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
If that is what you're talking
No,
about.
no, no. They're not going to do that.
Okay.
It says a startup founded by a team of young millionaires announced representatives from two competing schools, the University of South Carolina or California and the University of California. Will provide the microscopic swimmers for the inaugural race.
So
So
they're going to measure them with a microscope and see which ones
the
got the
race will
fastest swimmers?
listen. The race will take place under a microscopic camera that will track the progress of the specimen as they attempt to cross the finish line.
Man, that's fantastic.
Oh, I don't know about fantastic, Evan.
Think of the bragging rights.
Oh, dude.
They got the fastest sperm in the West.
Burning sex toys caused 3-alarm Staten Island fire, damaging homes.
Oh, no.
Not just homes. We got to see what happened here.
They left them plugged in. Those damn lithium batteries.
I was going to say, how old were these sex toys that they were plugging in? A Staten Island man admitted to setting 2 rubber sex toys on fire, which led to a blaze that engulfed at least 2 homes.
Why would you?
I'm seeing. I started the fire. I was in the backyard at my house, and I lit 2 sex toys on fire.
A little LGBTQ?
I don't know. Fire deemed suspicious. Wonder if he's trying to get rid of some DNA. See, I'm looking at the dark side of these news stories, Evan.
Get rid of the DNA.
Man, you better check into that guy.
Mm-hmm.
This one is from Michigan. Man sinks in quicksand and emerges with a girlfriend.
So quicksand still isn't a problem.
You know, grew up thinking, you know what? Oh, I am not paying you $1 a week for this stupid story. A Michigan man who ended up waist deep on an unstable beach. I guess he was helped. And he ended up with a girlfriend.
She threw him a branch and it was love after that.
Yeah. That's from New York Times. I ain't paying you no $1. Anti-duck town shoots down plan for giant duck statue.
I mean, they're literally anti-duck. They've got a stance on that.
They are an anti-duck town. Yeah.
That's too bad. Ducks are pretty cool.
I think ducks are badass.
We would have them, but man, they really are a mess.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, chickens shit a lot, but ducks.
Yeah. If you, it's hard to keep a pet duck. And like inside, that's almost impossible. If you have pet ducks, you got them outside.
Yeah, people, I mean, have them with their chickens, and because they like the big eggs and all that, but they can be a lot of work. And like I said, they are really, really messy and noisy.
And I had told somebody this for Easter, and people said, no, nobody's going to do that. Eggs are so expensive that some Americans are decorating potatoes this Easter, Evan.
Yeah. They're not that expensive.
No, they've went down.
You're gonna dye eggs with your kids. You go get 2 eggs.
Yeah.
Or 2 dozen eggs. It's $10.
Right.
Come on.
TikTok trend for Dubai chocolate causes international shortage of pistachios.
It doesn't bother me. I'm allergic to them.
Oh, are you? That's one of my favorite nuts.
Yeah, they're good. I just can't eat them.
Evan, Japan is celebrating middle-aged men with collectible cards. Like
They're into their
trading cards. Yeah, like trading cards.
Yeah. Their game cards. When we were in Japan, their Yu-Gi-Oh cards, we went to the store and they had a Yu-Gi-Oh card that's worth like over $1 million.
Oh, dude, some of those.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them.
They're like high-end game cards that trump every other card, whatever game you play. I don't know.
So, well, that was about it on our stupid news for the day. We will check our buddy Dave, see if he's got a bozo criminal of the day for us. You can
Hold on. Let's back up. I want to
Okay.
know what these cards look like. Are these like baseball cards?
Yeah, no, they're like the Pokemon or Pokemon. I don't want to offend anybody. It's not Pokemon, it's Pokemon. I don't give two fucks.
If it's pokey person, I don't
Yeah.
care. Deal with it.
Poke your ass down the road. I don't give, man.
Yeah. Tell us you have social issues without telling us you have social issues.
Right. So anyway, we end our news every week with old Dave Moreland at bozocriminal.com. You can go check out his cool little website. But Bozo Criminal for today, Evan, comes from one of my favorite places to go to eat. That's the only thing I like about this state or city that I go to is New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Where the cops were called to a residence on a report of a domestic battery, Evan. Upon arrival, the cops found our victim, the wife, with food splattered on her and a lump on the back of her head.
Oh, geez.
She testified her husband of 34 years had thrown the food and a metal spoon during an argument, with the spoon causing the lump on her head. Hey, that's some pretty good silverware.
Yeah, you got to get hit pretty hard with a spoon for it to.
Yeah, you get hit with a
bump on
Dollar
your head.
General spoon, that shit's going to bend.
Yeah, it's like aluminum foil.
Right. It says pretty
You can't even
simple.
get to fly that fast.
Yeah. Well, when our bozo was being read his rights and handcuffed, is when he offered up the bozo excuse of the week, Evan. He stated in Louisiana it was not illegal to throw food items at your wife. It is, Evan.
Is it really?
Yeah, you can't do that shit. So, yeah,
Well, good to know.
old dude is he's in jail now. That sucks,
Yeah.
though, because, I mean, they've been married 34 years. They ain't going to get
Yeah.
divorced over this.
Nah, he probably needs to just sober up.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't, you know. Evan, we have been called the Doctors of Love from several podcast associations.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I think we're going to help. Is this for the ladies or the guys? I don't know, maybe both. 6 green flags to look for in a partner. So these are
Green flags.
Yeah, these are the ones that tell you, hey, that hoe is all right with me.
Mm-hmm. Put a ring on it.
First green flag would be reliability. Yeah, you want somebody you can rely on. You don't want somebody, hey, pick me up from work, and you're standing there next motherfucking day.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to argue.
Uh, Here's another green flag for relationships from the love doctors: trustworthiness. Yeah, you got to be able to. Man, that goes for more than just relationships. That falls into friendships, everything. If you don't,
Any close friend or yes, relationship.
yeah,
Yeah, if you
it,
can't trust them, then you
it,
got nothing.
nah. If I don't trust somebody, I just nah. I don't mess with you. Uh, Next on the list of green flags to look for if you're looking for a significant other: values relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't want to just be independent.
Boundaries. Yeah. Yeah, you got to have some boundaries.
She respects your boundaries. I take it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Being able to set and respect boundaries.
Yeah,
You got to have that. That's almost a must. I mean,
yeah, I agree
everybody,
with that.
yeah. Balance of dependence.
I think so. You have to have a little. You got. I think you got to both need each other and also not need each other.
Right, right. If shit goes sideways, I'm gonna be all right.
No, it's a mutual.
uh,
Relationships they should complement each other. That's the best relationships.
yeah, I think so. Another one, the other list, Evan, was that was only six. Oh, this is a red flag one. So we
Well,
had
hold
our
on. I think the green flag I want to add is if she says, "You know what? I think you do need a race car." That's
yes,
that's a green flag. Yeah.
or if she says, you know what, you need something to do on the weekends. I thought I would buy you this bass boat.
Yeah. Those
That,
green flags.
yeah, that's a ring instantly. Man, and
Yeah.
in the winter, I got you. Because I'm not
Yeah.
going to use that bass boat all year. But now when I'm on that boat, don't be calling. Don't be messaging me. Don't be
Have
sending me reels.
respect my
Yeah,
boundaries.
respect my boundaries.
that
Uh,
that's right.
so that was
Um,
six green flags to look for in a partner.
mhm.
This is 10 nice guy behaviors that are major red flags.
This should be interesting.
When their generosity comes with hidden expectations.
Of course.
Yeah, you know I let you get that 10-piece nugget.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
girl. Lil Road.
Yeah, a woman is not a vending machine. That's not how it works. But yeah.
This one I know I've known some people like this. The constant need to remind you how nice they are.
Yeah, those people.
I'm a nice
Mm,
guy. I really am. I'm too nice. I'm a nice guy.
well, that's your own fault. Then I mean, it doesn't work.
No, I tell everybody, hey, I can be kind of nice every once in a while. Majority of times, kind of an asshole.
It usually gets you nowhere. Unfortunately, you think, okay, this is the way in a relationship, but those super nice guys, unfortunately, they get walked on. I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but
Well, they got to quit worrying about being so nice and maybe kind of stand up and grow a pair. Look, man, a chick, most women, they do want a guy with that's got some class and that is nice, but can also be a little firm,
yeah,
and in a situation where they need a man And
To
not
have a
some,
backbone.
yeah, not some dude, oh, I'm too nice. Go ahead, take her purse.
Take my purse. Yeah.
Yeah, here's mine too. And here,
Yeah.
I
Here's.
keep a panty liner in this pocket. Three, they keep score of every good deed.
Yeah. They're just out to work an angle.
Right.
I
Uh,
did this for you, and I did this for you, and I raked your leaves. Whatever.
Number four on the list of 10 nice guy behaviors that are major red flags, their kindness disappears when rejected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their act didn't work anymore.
What? You're not going to show me your boobs? Bitch.
Yeah, that guy's a jerk. What are you doing with him? Whatever.
They position themselves as different from all men. I hate that. And I hate women that say, oh, all men are the same. No, none of us are the same. Some men will follow similar behaviors, but nobody is the fucking same. Women ain't the same. Men ain't the same.
True.
They number six on the list. They respond passively aggressively to disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I I am used to disappointment, but still sucks and I hate it. So I get
Tell me about it.
so I get a
Story
little
of my life has
yeah.
been nothing but disappointments.
I get a little pissy. I ain't even gonna lie. Seven, they treat basic decency as exceptional behavior. Did you see
Yeah.
me hold the door for that old bitch? Go me?
There you go. Yeah.
Uh, they undermine your relationships with others.
Mm.
Yeah. So don't. Yeah. I've never been that dude. I don't give a shit. Do what? Do no. I've never been. I want you to stay home or no.
Yeah, that's an insecurity thing.
No. Yeah. And hey, if they ain't around the house, I'm going fishing.
Yeah.
Uh. They create elaborate rescue fantasies about you. What?
Oh, there's the guy that rescues the woman that needs help, the
Oh,
damsel in distress and
like Pretty Woman.
well, I don't know. But yeah, he rescuing someone that needs that's false way of earning love. It's pathetic.
Captain Save a Ho.
Yeah, I guess you could call him that. I guess that'd be a good street rapper name.
Oh. They use self. I don't know this word. Use self deprecation to
Yeah.
prevent any criticism.
Yeah. Shit on yourself, basically.
Yeah, like, oh, okay. Comments that like, I'm such an idiot. Or I always mess everything up. I say that a lot because that's a true statement. I can fuck some things up.
Yeah, but you can't dwell on it.
Nah,
We all make mistakes, but if you don't have any self esteem, that's
no, I move
that's
on. I got something new to fuck up.
yeah.
I done fucked that up.
Well, the guy you're reading about, he's different.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, the Doctors of Love, Al from D-Town and Chili442. We brought you 6 green flags to look for in a partner and 10 Say, hey, this dude's a douche rag. I ain't hanging out with
Uh-oh.
him.
I'm losing you.
Oh, no. Are you there? I still got you.
Okay, you dragged for a second.
Okay.
All right.
There was, what time is it? Oh, we got some time. Were these? I was gonna see how many of these you knew, Evan. A little trivia for Evan tonight from Cracked.com, one of my favorite magazines growing up. I read Mad Magazine, but I was more of a Crack guy. Chess makes you violent.
False.
This was a 19th century objection to chess when they tried to outlaw it. It says it hurt children by offering no physical exercise. And what mental exercise it offered was wasted on something unproductive. I don't know. That's a strategy game.
I think the ruling class didn't want the people to figure out what the chess was actually about, and the people to find out that they were the pawns.
I am going to say a word that I have never even seen before, Evan, in this. 38 is... There is a never-ending wave in Brazil called the Pororoca.
A wave, really?
Yeah.
The tide's always coming in?
Yep. It attracts surf competitions from all over the world. The longest record for surfing a single wave is 37 minutes and was for a distance of 7.7 miles.
Oh, my Lord. That's insane. 37 minutes on top of a wave? You know, it's like after a while you want to just sit down and crack open a sack lunch. Like, that's just riding a wave for a half hour. 7 miles down the beach, you got to walk back.
Evan, within 1 hour, what do researchers say? If you can't get your 8 hours sleep, at least try to get...
A nap?
No, 6 hours, Evan.
Oh.
A nap.
I didn't get my 8, so I'm going to go back for more. 6, yeah, you need more than that, but you can function on it.
Jim Carrey's chipped tooth in Dumb and Dumber, real or fake?
It was fake.
No, it was real, Evan.
Wait a minute, it was real.
It got chipped in grade school, and he had a cat put on it. He just took it off for the movie.
That's right. How awesome. That scene with him sticking his head out of the limo. Gold. What a great movie.
If you want to get ahead, it just makes sense that you should avoid hanging out in bars, Evan. It says a study shown by the Journal of Labor found that regular drinkers make 10 to 14% less more money.
Well,
and
I
then,
don't know.
well, then you're spending it at the bar.
Yeah.
The Shining, Stephen King movie. It was made into a movie by Stanley Kubrick.
He directed Shining, yeah.
Yeah. Was Stephen King a fan of this, Evan?
I'm going to guess no.
No, he had to say he had to keep his mouth shut. And he said Jack was crazy from the first scene, and that's not what the book...
I've been to the Stanley Mansion where that was filmed.
I guess when I'm up at school, I'm right by the Home Alone house.
Oh, it's in Winnetka, is it?
I guess so.
I think so. I think it's in Winnetka. I've never been by there, but yeah, it sold a couple years ago. Usually goes for big money.
Uh, some of these are dumb, so I'm just skipping them. On 9/11, Walt Disney World employees escorted guests out as a human wall.
Really?
Wow.
I don't remember everything that went down there. I never heard a word about it when all that happened. There's
Ah.
so much going on.
Uh, Evan, can pigs play video games?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they have, Evan. Pigs have learned to play video games using food as a reward.
Yeah, there was pigs, and there's a whole lot of animals I've seen where they've trained them. I think dolphins and stuff to play video games, and then they use them and for rescue missions and things. Crazy what we can teach animals. I want to
Uh,
teach my chickens to like potty train them. That'd be great because then
oh,
I don't want them in the house. Otherwise,
yeah, boy.
I see these people going through the drive-through getting a little pup cup with their chicken in their car, and I'm thinking, no way in hell do I want this chicken jumping around, shitting all over inside my car. Sorry.
Richard Kyle, he was the guy that played in the villain in the Bond movies, the big tall guy with like I think he played Jaws.
Jaws with the metal teeth, yes.
He spent 25 years researching and co-writing a book of Cassius Clay.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, it wasn't the boxer though. It was a Kentucky abolitionist who lost his friends, his wife, his son fighting slavery. And it's
Oh,
called the Kentucky Lion if you would like to check that out.
no kidding. Yeah, what a big dude. He scared me. I remember seeing those Bond movies as a kid. It scared me.
Clint Eastwood's line in the movie, this is one of these things that everybody gets wrong. I think there's one in Star Wars too where we think it says something and it's not exactly how it said. So you've got to ask yourself one question: Do I do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Yeah.
Is the actual line. I don't know what else people are saying it is, but
Hmm.
the false. Oh, wow. A bunch of drivers were pressing the Audi's 5000's gas instead of the brake, causing crashes. But
In the
60,
80s?
yeah, but 60 minutes took them at their word, and it was the car's fault. And they rigged the footage to back up the story.
The Audi 5000, and it also happened. It killed Audi in this country for years.
Yeah.
The Jeep, there was a Jeep Cherokee that was pretty close. I remember watching a report of that, and they took all these cars and they laid the way the foot pedal arrangement is, and on the Audis and one of the Jeeps, the brake pedal or the gas pedal and brake pedal actually canted a little bit to the left. So a lot of people, they thought they were hitting the brake, but they were stuffing the gas, and it was the pedal arrangement, and that really killed Audi. The unintended acceleration. It wasn't like the engines were taking off, but that was really interesting. That's interesting you brought that up.
Yeah. Uh, Dorothy's slippers were rescued in an FBI sting. Boy, I think we did a story on that years ago.
I remember something.
Like when we had the radio station, I think. Yeah, that would have been around that time.
Hmm. I love weird factoids.
Uh, the original Beauty and the Beast was meant to help girls accept arranged marriages.
That's
Wow.
pretty interesting.
Dude.
Yeah, that's it. That's. I mean, there's so much propaganda in so many films and stuff that nothing surprises me.
Complaints dropped 88% in a California town where police are required to wear body cameras at all time.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Collins collects Alamo artifacts. Wow.
He's really in bad shape.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. I saw Phil Collins. Well, he can't even move his arms and stuff anymore.
Ooh, rough one.
Years
I
of
feel bad. I feel bad I dogged him for so many years.
I kind of liked him in Genesis. You know, and I like some of his stuff. Phil Collins never bothered me.
I hated when, because he got popular as a solo artist at the same time that MTV became popular, and he would do these music videos where he'd have these intros that were minutes long and they were boring and stupid, and it was so gratuitous that he just got to me. And
But
then that song "In the Air Tonight," I think I've heard so many times. I'm just so sick of hearing that, and I don't know. It's just But no, he's a good performer. He's a fantastic drummer, a good singer, songwriter. I should knock the guy. I'm just a dick.
yeah, see, I feel that way about Sting.
Overrated, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You know what's funny about Sting is that he gets from Diddy. He gets
Yes.
$2,000 a day or something.
Well, I wonder if he does now. Well, I think he would.
Yeah, as long as Diddy's alive, he supposedly has to pay Sting $2,000 a day for ripping off one of his songs. Yeah.
Tuesday the 13th of April is the fall of Constantinople.
Okay.
The number 13 also this is in Greece, Evan, is a day, the real date to fear. So there you
go. All right.
Mashed potato beef burger. McDonald's in China was on a big masculinity kick.
Okay.
So they included on their burgers a layer of potato salad.
That'll toughen you up for sure. I'll make a man out of you.
Dude, I don't know. Some people don't know how to cook fucking potato salad.
I'll say.
You gotta spice that shit up, man. You can't just throw potatoes and some mayonnaise and a little bit of mustard in a bowl. Hey, I made potato salad. No, you didn't. You made me fucking mad is what you did. I was really looking forward to some good potato salad.
Yeah, sometimes it hits the spot, you know. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but sometimes, you know, hey, I like it.
The first moving picture of the horror genre was The Execution of Mary Stuart in 1895.
They're making horror movies in 1895?
It's only 18 seconds in length and uses a stop trick to depict the beheading of Mary.
Ooh. I just found out a weird factoid about scary movies.
What's that?
Friday the 13th, I was watching an interview with John Carpenter. He was the director. They had the Mike Myers character with the mask, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what that mask was? They were trying to figure out what they were going to do, how they're going to make up this character. You know, they're just, you know, it's not like really well description in the book or whatever. So they went down. He sent one of the people down to this mask store in Hollywood, and they came back with a bunch of masks, and one of them was a William Shatner mask. And all they did, they cut the eye holes out a little bit bigger, and they kind of hit it with a spray can a little bit to kind of give it a little, you know, rough it up a little. And that's what it's a William Shatner mask that Mike Myers is wearing in Friday the 13th. I think that's awesome.
Commentating at the 2016 Olympics, CBS commentator Brian McDonald described a 14-year-old Chinese relay swimmer to a colleague, unaware he was being broadcast in a baffling offensive manner. She went out like the stink and died like a pig.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck, dude?
That'll get you fired.
Yeah. Should have got beat up by her parents, too.
Worst announcer ever.
In World War I, a random Russian got kidnapped by his own country's peace negotiators. Hey, you guys suck at this making peace stuff.
Rock on.
Regine Grise let the bed bugs bite to develop a chemical bed bug trap. She offered her arm to 200,000 bed bugs.
Ooh.
Yeah, it said this woman just might have a weird fetish.
You think?
Hey, I know it's our first time, but do you care if I bring some friends? The first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes, Evan, was a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Two,
She made two motherfucking sandwiches. No.
You're gonna get killed.
I know. I'm only kidding. It's Marie Curie from Poland.
What were they for?
She won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1903 for her work with radioactivity, and the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1911 for discovery of 2 new elements.
No kidding. I didn't know anyone had ever won it twice.
Polonium and radium.
Yeah.
She poisoned herself. Killed her husband, too. She didn't
Radium?
mean... Yeah, I mean, she didn't do it on purpose. You know, she's just a scientist.
Oh. Well, collect your prize.
Here's my thing about shit like that. Did you discover it, or was it already there?
Like Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Christian or Easter eggs come from an egg surpluses. Christians abstained from eggs during Lent in medieval times. By the time the fast ended on Easter, villagers wound up with egg surpluses that were only natural to use on the day of celebration. Dude, I swear to God, I've always wondered where...
No.
You don't believe that, Evan?
The whole thing, it came from the pagan custom. The egg was a symbol of fertility, just like the bunny. It was the the celebration for the new year and the new crops. I don't know. I've never heard that story, but that's a wild one.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but like I said, most of our stuff comes from pagan tradition, and that's what I know it as. Okay.
Man, hold on, Evan. We can't just let it. We got to Google this shit. Where did the Easter egg?
That's a lot to Google there.
Tradition originate. Okay. Wow, dude. There's like 30 different stories.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's a lot to try to get into. But
yeah, that's a whole show right there. Maybe next Easter.
Like I said, Easter for the pagan, it was it was a celebration of the new year, the new crops, whatever your first full moon after the spring solstice, whatever they call it. But it was a symbol of fertility, and I don't know. Everything has gotten skewed over time.
Hell yeah. Well, Evan, we got a few more minutes. I had 12 forgotten rules, social rules from the past that freak people out, or we've done that one. The outdated laws. I think we've done that one a couple times. So let's go to
Yeah.
17 essential things that did not exist 40 years ago. We won't get through all these, but we'll go through a few. So, Evan, 40 years ago, me and you would have been hitting them teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to, this kind of number one on the list, smartphone, a.k.a. your pocket brain. I love that.
The pocket brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't until
2007.
Yeah.
It said in 2007, no apps, no front cameras. So it was actually after 2007.
It was about that time I remember the iPhones coming out, yeah.
Wireless earbuds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody used to have cords. Like either with your Walkman or your Discman. Some people are like, what the fuck's a Discman?
I hate them because I'm always hitting the cord and yanking them out of my ear. If you're trying to do something, you're working, you catch the cord on something. And I don't like the idea of having something Bluetooth in my ear.
Mm-mm.
I just don't know that that's really good long term. I mean, it's probably okay. I'll be honest. When cell phones became popular 30 something years ago, you see these TV reports about people getting tumors on the side of their head.
Yeah.
Here we are 30 some years later. I've never known anybody who's had a tumor on their side of their head.
No.
It's how much do we have to worry? But I don't like the idea of a Bluetooth something in my ear all the time. I just don't think that's good. But,
no. I don't either. Wi-Fi. Yeah, there's some people that
turn off their Wi-Fi at night.
Man. Google Maps. Yeah, we used to have this thing when we finally got computers called MapQuest. And it would be 14 pages.
It's the GPS stuff these days. We're so spoiled. I used to buy an atlas every couple of years. But even before that, back in Decatur, I used to keep a Champaign phone book and a Springfield phone book, so I had the city maps, like for car shows and things. Like,
yeah,
that's how I knew how to get around other towns. I had maps of other towns.
And you should still have a Rand McNally in your vehicle at all times, especially if you're going on a trip.
Yep, I take it. I like to have one.
Streaming services.
Oh, yeah, that's new.
Portable chargers. Dude, I forgot I had one of these. Them things are fucking awesome.
Portable, like phone chargers?
Yeah. You just plug it in, and when your phone dies, and it's a quick charge, too. It like, boom. And I bet you I can get 5 quick charges out of that thing. And if my phone's probably around, let's say 50%, it probably takes it maybe 5-6 minutes to put it up to 98%.
We've got a couple somewhere, and we charge them up for trips, but I've never used one.
Yeah, I did when my last trip up to school. Online shopping.
That's taken over, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's killing retail. Brick and mortar retail is just dying, and yeah, I mean, I love it because sometimes you can't get things otherwise. That's the unfortunate deal.
Digital cameras.
Yeah, I still have one. I don't use it too often.
No, now it's everything's on your phone.
Well, when you got a phone that's, whatever these days are over 9 pixels or whatever, I mean, that's as good as most of your old digital cameras were.
Reusable water bottles. That is the only thing I think that's going to be around when our civilization ends and somebody digs up a Stanley water cup.
Yeah. People are all about their water bottles these days.
Man, get stupid over them. And
It's
then,
weird when you think about, like, did we drink water as a kid? I know we drank out of this garden hose when we were out playing and we got thirsty, but we didn't have all this bottled water that we took on trips. Our cars didn't have cup holders. It's like, and I'm thinking, did I even drink water as a kid?
I know.
I hardly remember it.
I like this one, ride sharing apps. Yeah, when we were teenagers, we were always told, hey, don't get in a car with people you don't know. Now you hit an app on your phone and somebody comes and picks you up that you don't fucking know.
Let's just bring back hitchhiking.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting close.
I'm not going to go through many more of these. Yeah, the rest of those were pretty stupid. Anyway, oh shit. It's getting towards 9 o'clock anyway, a little after.
Yeah.
We
burnt our hour.
Yeah, we did good. So, anyway, Evan, tell these beautiful people goodbye.
All right, you beautiful people. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Tuesday night. Hope we didn't throw you off too bad. And appreciate you listening, and hope you come back next week. Hope you have a good week. Got some decent weather coming.
Oh, hell yeah, we do. Almost 80 tomorrow. I'm breaking out the white legs, baby.
Oh, cracker legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear the shorts to work tomorrow. So anyway,
Can you?
Yeah, I got
okay.
I got uniform shorts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
As long as you got your steel-toe boots on.
I don't even wear. Well, if it depends on what I'm doing. I wear steel-toed tennis shoes.
Yeah, just wear steel-toed something.
Yeah, but anyway, gang. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said last week, we had great numbers. If you like the show, share it to your page, share our page, whatever you want to do. Just help us get out there a little bit. We love you. Peace. Be good to one another. We'll catch you next weekend or next Monday for show 161. Shit. Won't be long. We'll be saying 200. Anyway, gang, thanks so much for checking out our dumb little show, and we'll catch you later.
Later.